Hey guys, we're here with the house in Fata Morgana. We're back. When we last left off, we're still in the middle of Mel's backstory. Hold on, let me move my mic. There. Sorry. Got my mouse. Hold on. Ah! I'm a professional. Ah! Yeah, there. My cords got, caught on something, and I had to move my keyboard. And then my keyboard hit my mic, and here, let me... Good intro. Solid. I'll keep the audience retention rate up. So yeah, we're back with Mel. I miss Michelle and Giselle. I'm done with this flashback. Although, it's not bad, but I want more of Michelle saying something stupid and Giselle being like, and making that one face, you know that face. I wanted to forget everything. It's crazy that the house in Fata Morgana, Dorian, basically up until this part, has been like a comedy. I would not have expected that coming from any time before it. Wanted to forget about my involvement, about the horrible things that caused to happen. Whenever I lay down to go to sleep, I heard her screams. Morgana's animalistic howls. I saw her cottage, blood splattered everywhere. Felt her severed arm, still warm in my hands. From that day on, what sleep I got was hardly restful. Nellie probably didn't notice anything through her feverish haze, but I'm willing to bet I looked like hell. Looked like heck. Oh, hell, that's his twin brother. You know, Mel, get it, Grumps. Praying time will cause the memory to fade. Started looking for doctors again. Started clinging to a miracle. I'd try to have Nellie's sickness cured the way normal people did. At some point, though, all that money I'd been given started running low. If I thought about it for 2 seconds, would have seen it coming. I hadn't exactly been frugal in my attempts to find a cure for Nellie, nor had I been especially concerned about money before she fell ill. I was so used to living like an aristocrat, I hadn't succeeded in breaking those old habits, which left me with only one thing I could do for Nellie: be with her day in and day out. Every day that passed, I lost a little more hope. If I couldn't do anything and Nellie died, I'd be utterly alone. And that was what scared me more than anything. The nightmares were eating away at me, leaving me with nowhere to run. If I didn't have someone there with me, I wouldn't have been able to hold myself together. After 3 or so days of me sitting by Nellie's bedside, hardly moving, there's a knock on the door. Who's there? Who is it? Open the door. Unless you want me to kick it down. My suspicion was correct. I couldn't think of anyone else who'd come visit. What I didn't know was why he had come back. I don't want anything to do with you anymore. Open the door. Leave me alone, please. I want nothing to do with anything you're doing. Open the door. No, I'm not letting you in for any reason. Look, he said he's gonna kick the door down. Come on. Okay then. I'll break it down. Don't. My sister's inside, sleeping. I don't need you waking her up. Then open it. What do you need? I did everything you asked me to already. What happened to the witch's arm? I threw it. I threw it away. You didn't think I was gonna keep that? A person's arm. Mel, what's going on? Do we have a visitor? And Nellie, I should get them something to drink. Don't worry about it, Nellie. You get some sleep, alright? Can we go outside? Really rather not talk in here. Fine by me. I noticed this! I didn't draw this connection at all. Yukimasa! It's just Kotomi Nekire. Think about it. Evil, check. Tries to be a good guy. Well, in Door 2, yeah. I don't know about here. Check. Wife who's has white hair. Check. He's I don't remember her name, but Karen's mom. She's in Aloha Axia. Karen was, not her mom. I don't think she ever actually shows up in anything besides like extra material. So that's your sister. Explains why you look so much alike. That's none of your danged business. You wanted the miracle blood to cure your sick sister, did you not? And you're telling me you threw the arm away? Yeah. Yukimasa's expression there is something I didn't expect to see from him. I just always took him for like mad. Are you interested in getting more blood? What? We're taking the witch's blood, turning it into a medicine, and selling it through the church. Selling it? You're doing business in a house of worship? No. I suppose you're technically giving it away. But we're asking for tithes. Is it tithe or teeths? I think it's tithe. So really it's the same thing. Not from this land, but to me. So to me, it looks no different than a business, but the people here, they see it as charity. I need a cough, I'll mute my mic. Okay. The Lord says if you'll assist us, we'll provide you with the medicine we're making. The Lord? Why would the Lord be... Heck if I know. Because it seems like good money? So, will you help us? This is the thing I'm most curious about. Why is Jacopo doing this? Like, what is he... Like, I don't think it's just gonna be money. I mean, that is a Jacopo thing to do, but... Does it have to do with Maria? Is the Maria of this world... I don't know. What was Maria? She was like daughter of a gun salesman, right? Something like that. El land. I don't know. So will you help us? You're gonna make me get my hands dirty for you again? I can't. Not again. Alright, you gotta mention one detail. You don't have a choice this time. Huh? You know about the miracle blood, which means we can't let you go unattended. If you say no, I have permission from the Lord to kill you on the spot. What? Why? So, will you help us? Or will you die here? What was the right thing for me to do then? Should I have fought back and died? Should I have tried to run? Should I have taken my own life? I'm sure you've heard enough to know by now. Then I'm a weakling, pushover. I didn't have the spine to do anything but agree to meet with the Lord. He told me about the mansion, and he gave me one of his set of 3 keys. Wanted so badly to get rid of the key, but with that man's shadow constantly hanging over me, I couldn't bring myself to do it. Why did they bring Mel into this operation so like close into it? I don't get that. What does Jacopo gain from Mel being so tightly woven in this? But I guess connecting him more to it so he can't like back out. But I mean, he could just kill him. Well, I guess that does, you know, increase the body count. Not when I could be the next one to end up losing a limb or two. There's no way I could have disobeyed them. That's everything that happened 6 months ago. Oh, this was 6 months ago? Huh, that is longer. I mean, shorter. Every day since I arrived here, I brought Morgana breakfast and supper. She doesn't say anything, but I saw it in her eyes the first time I stepped through that door. How could you do that to me? I've never looked her in the eye since, because I'm too afraid of what I might see in them. Oh, we're done! We escaped! And that's how I ended up here. So he was threatened. He didn't actually want to cause Morgana harm. That doesn't excuse what he's done, though. See, what did I tell you? Not at all the brother you thought I was. Mock me, ridicule me, call me worthless, a coward, a terrible person. Go on, what are you waiting for? But you were threatened, Mel. You said he would hurt me, hurt you. That's the only reason you went along with him. You didn't do anything wrong, dearest Mel. The other man is the bad guy, not you. What if Mel was actually just lying and he went along with it because he wanted the... Like, no, I don't believe that for a second, but... you know, it's possible. You did the best you could. You didn't have a choice. The terrible man forced you to do everything. Nellie, you didn't do anything wrong, dearest Mel. No, I didn't. I didn't do anything wrong. Well, I mean, that's still not... I had no other choice. That's not true. All you're doing is closing your eyes. What? You mustn't coddle yourself. What was I supposed to do then? Don't be mean to my Mel. Did you really do the best you could? Did you even once try to do something about the situation, as hopeless as it may have seemed? Could you not even conceive of any other options? Could you not have come up with something else to say at Morgana's house? Something that might have given her even the slightest clue she was in danger? But when she opened the door, did you do anything? Did you even so much as attempt to stop him? My legs were shaking so bad, I couldn't move. There's no way I could have stopped him. And at the very least, you shouldn't have fled. You should have stayed and told her the truth. That you weren't there willingly. Maybe she wouldn't have felt so utterly betrayed. But he was there. You think I could have actually stayed there with him? Not a chance. It's not like Morgana would have. She opened the door because she trusted you. She isn't the easiest person to read, but she was opening up to you. And what did you do with that trust? Stop it. Please, you've made your point. It's not all Mel's fault, either. If anything, he's a victim. He's just trying to protect me. Were you listening to anything he said, Nellie? You were not Mel's first priority. He did what he did for his own sake. Well, what did you expect me to do? Pull courage I don't have out of thin air? What's so wrong with self-preservation? There's nothing I could have done to stop him. I'd love to see you try and do any better. Then maybe you'll understand how scared I was, how little I could have done. It must be nice to be an outsider. Talk about my experiences like you know anything. Analyze my decisions, go on about what I should have done. Is this meta commentary? You don't have a dang clue how terrifying it all was. How I felt having to go through it. Oh yeah, you're right. Sure, it would be the courageous thing to do to sacrifice your life for someone else. But you know what? People like that only exist in stories. Except you don't actually understand that. You just want to give me crap for not being perfect. You want my pity? Is that all you want? If I tell you I feel bad for you and oh how hard it must have been, will that satisfy you? Do you not want to know what you can do now? What's even left to do? Nothing I do is going to make her situation any better. It won't make her arm come back. All is not yet lost. Open your eyes. Take a good, long look inside yourself. Think about what you can do. Stop sitting on your hands, telling yourself it's too late. There's still time to make a difference. You just have to commit to act. I don't think you're an especially bad or cowardly person. I think you're an ordinary young man. It might sound like I'm telling you to do the impossible. But soon, the time will come when you must make your choice. When you must stand up and take some responsibility for what you've done. No one's childhood lasts forever. The good days are long behind you before you ever realize they've passed. When faced with the consequences of your actions, you should not have turned and run, but held yourself accountable. It is perhaps a disproportionately large burden for you to bear, but it's fast approaching, and you need to make a decision. Find your courage. Set Morgana free. Mel. I remember now! So, I remember I was thinking, I was like, something is still not right. I've been talking about that out. There's still one twist left, at least. At least one. So, I'm gonna come out with what I said in the beginning. I know one spoiler about this game. And it's a line that's been said, kind of, a couple times. Not in the... I forget how the line was. I just remember... So I'm just gonna say it. This could be a huge spoiler. Maybe, I don't know, for something yet to come, like after the story finishes. I don't know. So I'm just gonna say it. If you don't want to know, like you're new to Fata Morgana, maybe you want to skip. Or just stop watching this video. Or just skip, 2 minutes ahead. So the line I know is something along the lines of Michelle calls themselves a witch. Which has happened. I forget the context of when it happened. Was it door 5? The end of it? Was it... I don't think it was door 7, was it? I think door 4 too. I know it's happened, basically. And could that late game spoiler, like final line, as a witch the whole time. He like rips off his mask and it's just a Beato from Umineko. Well, I don't know, is that relevant? Or is that just a line that I missed in passing? Or like, not even missed in passing, just didn't treat it as very important in passing. That was, you know, a cool line. Hold on, let me... It's out of my ear. Turn my air conditioner on. Okay. So... I don't know. It's just I suddenly remember that. I was thinking when I started this video, what was it that I thought of? And that was it. I'm trying to think of scenes that I've completely forgotten about. Like, there's the man in the painting. That... I think that's something that you're supposed to remember on a reread. And so you're like, oh, that's Georgia / Deer, maybe? Possibly? I have to go reread that scene. The mirror scene, that's just Giselle and Michelle. That's nothing new. That's a door forward / kind of a door forehand, I guess. Trying to think. Like door 1. There's the scene where the maid and white-haired girl meet, the white-haired girl Rose thing, which explains Morgana, I guess. Basically trying to think of every time the maid did something weird. Not even the maid or the white-haired girl. They're the two relevant ones here because, you know, Giselle or Morgana, basically. I'm still convinced the changing eye colors in door 2 of the white-haired girl was something. There's also the fact that she was blind, which not sure why that was. Was that just to be convenient to Yukimasa? Since, you know, the beast. That's entirely possible. Door 3? Was there anything weird? There's that thing Maria found in the basement, but it's the only thing that comes to mind. Because we know about the painting already. The door 4, like, do we even need to think about door 4 now? Like, it's door 4. Door 5? Can't think of anything. 6? There's a lot going on in 6, so I might forget something. Because door 6 was like 3 different small doors. And I don't remember if there's something wrong with door 7. But I don't know. Something is still up. Let me tell you. Even, like, when the credits roll, there's no twist. I'm going to be like, but wait, there's still more. Anyway, let's get on with it. Mel. But even if I open the door for her, it's too little too late. She'll never forgive me after. Is her forgiveness the reason you should act? No, it's penance for what you've done to her. Atonement for your sins. Whether she forgives you or not is besides the point. The question is on the table right now of whether you're going to do the right thing. And what about her blood? Without Sin's blood, Nellie won't. You don't have to worry about me, dearest Mel. My life isn't so important that I want to take someone else's away to keep it. I'll think about what I can do to help too. It's partially my fault after all. So please, Mel, set the sentence free. Your quiet life is built on a foundation of lies, and I know that by now. You realize there's no real value in a life like that. You wanted to do something about this. You sought salvation. But who? Who would give it to me? I already told you I would. But why? Because I promised you. Do you expect me to believe that? Yes. If you choose to sit here and wallow in your regret... Wallow? Wallow. It's wallow, right? There's no going back. Now's your only chance to make a change. Mel? Alright. I'll help. I'll help you. Dearest Mel, I knew all along that that was what I needed to do. What is Dearest Mel in the original translation? Do you think that's like Mel-sama? I don't know. I don't know any other honorifics that could mean dearest. But I could never bring myself to act on it. Did I read that? I knew all along that was what I needed to do. There's no way I could accomplish anything alone. I'm basically helpless on my own. Everything about this is so completely outside anything I've ever had to deal with before. So I had no way of having any idea what was I supposed to do about it. What I was supposed to do about it. God can be pretty cruel. Why would he force a boy like me to make such a difficult choice? Yes, he can be. You're made to be part of a more normal, less... How do you say this one? Telumtuous? Let's look that up. Telumtuous.
Tumultuous.
Tumultuous. That's two. Tumultuous. But you've come too far to go back to that. So the least you can do is change the world you're in now. Yeah. I doubt I need to remind you, but you know, you can't get in with only my key. You need all three, and the other two. They don't feel an ounce of remorse. Taking their keys won't be easy. Easy or not, we have to get them. I'm sure there's a way. There must be. Just so we're clear, you're not going to overpower them. The guy with the sword's much stronger than you, and he knows how to use a blade. He's the Lord's bodyguard, so you're not getting them near the Lord either. Even the two of us together wouldn't stand a chance against him. You seem pretty weak from the looks of you. Who knows, maybe I am stronger than you. God, I really do want to hit this boy. Who would I fight, Michelle or Mel? Why did it emphasize am there? Well, maybe I am stronger than you. Sound better than I am. What? Did he say that before in the past? Deep breaths, Michelle. Deep breaths. There must be some way we can get their keys. I know they both have people they're close to. Huh? People they're close to? We can talk about that later. Now that you've made your decision, talking with me isn't your top priority, is it? Mel. Nelly. Sorry for involving you in all this. I'm really sorry for being, well, what I am. I'm no prince, that's for sure. You always were my prince, though, dearest Mel. You did your best to be the brother I wanted you to be. Honestly, I adored the way you fawned over me. All that affection just felt so good. What? Made me feel like I was special, important. Having someone to care for, to pamper, is empowering. That's the kind of guy your brother is. If someone else, some other girl were ever to show up and call me her prince, say she loved me, I'd probably try and act like a prince for her too. Why would you say that? Because all this, it's been so hard on me, such a huge weight on my shoulders, that every so often I would think, just how much easier would it be if I could get rid of her? If Morgana were just a regular girl, not a centaur witch or any of that, just a pretty girl about my age, she might have been the one getting all my attention, instead of you. Ha ha ha! I get it! Door 1. That's who I am. That's not you, dearest Mel. You're just beating yourself up. Maybe you would have chosen her over me, but that wouldn't make you any less of a kind man. How can you say that, after everything I've just told you? Because, Mel, Tell me how despicable I am, Nelly. I'm not the brother you once adored anymore, am I? You're not what I thought you were. But you're still my one and only brother. That will never change, no matter what kind of person you become. It was wrong of me to try and make you into my prince, Mel. I should have done the job as your one and only sister in the whole wide world, been there to help you as much as you've helped me. I kept pushing my fairy tale fantasies onto you. And you did your best to live up to them, and I ended up forcing you to pretend to be someone you're not. It's not true, Nelly. I enjoyed feeling idolized. But you knew it couldn't last forever, didn't you? I should have been beside you, not looking up at you. I let you coddle me, let myself indulge in your love. Then everything would be alright as long as you kept telling me how adorable I was. They were like magic words to me. I kept my eyes shut. Mel, starting today, I'm going to do my best to be your sister. I'm all done holding you to fairy tale ideals. I won't make you pretend to be a prince for me anymore. I won't try to be your princess either. I'm just gonna be your little sister. So get back on your feet and stand tall, dearest Belle. I know you'll probably have to pay for what you've done when the Saintess goes free. And I know I'll probably cry about it for days. But I won't regret making the decision. Well, I don't know what to say. I wasn't expecting you to handle this so maturely. You're putting your big brother to shame, Nellie. Mother once told me that girls grow up faster than boys. She was right about that. Thank you, Nellie, for accepting me, in spite of all the awful things I've done. For having me as your brother. You're quite welcome, dear Smell. Well, looks like that's one problem solved. And like, we hold the key above our head, like, do. They finally reached the point in their relationship where they belong. What song is this? This is... I think I actually know the name of this one. I believe this is Hex. I've listened to some of the soundtrack. This might be Hex. She could have come to terms with herself sooner, come to an understanding with them, then maybe she could have reeled in her ideals before she lost control of them. Yeah, maybe. This Nellie and the other Nellie seem to be of the same essence. They both have a, somewhat excessive love for their brothers. Is it just gonna, like, sweep away the fact that she's probably going to, like, die? Because, you know, she's sick? And that love expressed itself by transforming him into a prince. She could have done the same thing that she did then as she did the hair, then maybe the tragedy could have been avoided. This is before then, though. Since they were able to fix things up in this life, maybe it'll have a positive effect on their next life. This could change the future. Look, I'm not sold on that. This is going to be one of those... It was all a fake. They may share the same souls, but they live in completely different times. Do you really think something like this could have any effect on the lives of people hundreds of years from now? There's no way to be certain, of course, but considering how tightly the two seem to be bound, I doubt it will have no effect. I hope it has some effect. Just so. I was there in the mansion as it all happened, and I just stood by and watched. I feel so guilty about that. If I had done something, then maybe it wouldn't have turned out like that. I hate what I was then. What I was until just recently. From the memories left imprinted throughout the mansion, I showed you bits and pieces of their lives. And as I told you their tale, the only thing I contributed was disparaging commentary. I don't feel like you were that critical of them. I absolutely was. I talked about them like they were somehow beneath me. Yes, you did occasionally offer an opinion on someone, or something you showed me beyond the doors, but the fact that you're mostly detached from the events, theirs, would allow me to get to the core of the characters, of their characters. If you hadn't been in the position you were, so you could tell me the story of the way you did, I would never have been able to talk them into helping. You contributed more than criticism. Your words weren't for nothing. They made this possible. Makes me feel a lot better, hearing that from you. And if you still regret your inaction, then make up for it now by taking action here, and have faith that it'll bear fruit in their next lives. I will. I wonder if Morgana might have a change of heart too. It's not like Mel wanted to bring her so much pain. He deeply regrets what he did, so maybe she won't bear quite as much resentment for him when she learns that. Yes, I know what you're going to say. But that wasn't after assuage her? How do you say that one? I've looked that one up multiple times before.
Assuage.
Assuage. Thank you, Google. She wouldn't have held under her hatred for all these hundreds of years. Still, though, I hope it does something for her, however small. As do I. It's, gotten pretty late, so I'm gonna take Nellie back to the cottage. Okay. If you have some secret plan to get the other 2 keys, could you fill me in on it tomorrow? Sure. Also, I could get you another room if you wanted. This one isn't the nicest. Ah, no, it's fine. I've come to realize I'm more at home in less comfortable environments. Michelle, here I am, home, surrounded by trash. Am I just imagining it? Or was that as depressing as it sounded? That's not quite what I was going for. Well, anyway, if you're fine with it, suit yourself. Say, Huh? If I have one huge lingering question, if you wouldn't mind enlightening me. Yes? Why would you go to such lengths for me? You seem to know Morgana, so I can understand why you would be fighting for her. But me? I had a part in putting her in that tower. You have every reason to hate me. So why would you want to help me? If that was all it took for me to hate someone, I'd curse every last man and woman in the world. I bear no animosity for you. And even if I did, you're committed to take action. That doesn't explain why you're so concerned about us. It almost seemed like you actually cared about me and Nellie. Well, we're complete strangers. We just met today. Is this gonna start some meta commentary about fiction and caring for characters? Look, I'm playing Danganronpa, I'm playing Umineko. We're doing this again? Because some part of me couldn't think of you as strangers anymore. Huh? That's right, when he came by this afternoon to talk, he didn't feel like a stranger to me either. It was weird, like he'd known me my whole life. So I made him into my second brother. Your second brother? You're more than welcome to change the order, Nellie. I love that side of his. Make him number 2 and me number 1. I wish I could join in and be big sister number 1. I'll have to think about it. After all that, it might be number 1 material. Whoa! Why is that even up for consideration? I'm just kidding, near smell. Oh. I'm still kind of confused, but anyway, I'm glad someone like you showed up. I've actually been praying every night for God to send someone who can get me out of this. I really am useless all on my own. Constantly looking up for... I wonder if you, did the line where you said, like... I forget what the line was. But the very first choice in door 8. The final door. Like... You can either say... I was in a tree, or... I am God. Something like that. What if this line changes? Because I went back and changed it whenever I got the first bad end. Dead end. Constantly looking for someone to help me, unable to do anything about myself. And trust me, I realize how pathetic that is. Now you must have had a pretty good life to be able to be so proactive in the face of adversity. I bet you had everyone's respect, helped people in need, had plenty of friends who had your back, and weren't tossed out by your family like I was. You must have been incredibly blessed. Wait, hold on. Everyone's respect? Not really. Help people in need? I mean, remember that time you kicked yourself out? I mean, plenty of friends. He had Amy. Weren't tossed out by your family like I'm jealous, really. Sorry, that came out of nowhere, I know. Well, I should be going. See you tomorrow. Good night, Michelle. Brother number 2. Good night. Michelle, he wasn't trying to be... Yes, I know. I just thought it was rather funny. I'm not taking a stand because I haven't been blessed, but because I've got nothing left to lose. You have yourself. I fight for Morgana because I understand what it's like to be tortured day after day. Having experienced the loss of my siblings, I didn't want the 2 of them to go through the same thing. If anything, it's those that have lost the most that are most likely to take action. Not sure if you realized it or not, Michelle. But you've gotten to be a great deal more expressive since arriving in this area. I can't see your face, but I can hear it in your voice. I can feel it in your presence. So I'm sure it's showing there too. Making all sorts of faces I've never seen before. Some of the things you've lost seem to be getting back. So I can't say you've got nothing left to lose anymore. Promise me you'll let me see all these new faces for myself someday. I will, I promise. If we can manage to destroy the mansion, that should release you from its darkness, and allow us to see each other once again. I trust you. I have faith we can do this. Wait, with the mansion's destruction, both our souls should be returned to their rightful places, which would mean erased from existence. Oh, is this one of those universes with no afterlife? I mean, I figured there was one, presumably. I mean, Giselle? What? I just thought I sensed you grimacing. Oh, you felt that? What's the matter? Sorry, I didn't want to bring down the mood. It's just, well, I know this is asking for the moon, but I was just thinking it would be nice if you had a life you could go back to. If I did? Yeah, I mean, here you are, expressive as you've ever been, walking around outside, being around other people, talking to them, after all that time in the mansion, without a life of your own to go back to. Sorry. I just, after seeing behind your door, learning how cruel and inhumane life was to you, I feel like the world could stand to do something good to make up for it. It's not all the good it needs to be. It needs to. Don't worry, we're gonna get that modern true ending where they get sent to the modern era. And they get get a TV show. I'm trying to think of a funny sitcom name, but I can't think of one. I have someone who cares enough to lament my fate. What more could I ask for? Michelle. Thank you, Giselle. You're not the only one who's asking for the moon either. I wish I could have a life with you as the person I am now. And for that, knowing I have no future, feels worse now than ever before. Alrighty, that's enough moping around for one night. We should start planning for tomorrow. Things are definitely looking up. It only took one day to get Mel on our side. So let's keep it up and win over the other two. I would certainly like to, yes. Psh, where'd all that confidence go? The other two won't be nearly as easy to convince as Mel. I'm not even sure if we'll be able to talk to them into helping. We do have a pretty good idea who the swordsman in this for, though. The nun. Wink. So maybe we can get to him through her, like we did today with Nellie and Mel. Maybe. Alright, then we'll start by approaching her tomorrow. Sounds like a plan. The Lord, though. Him, I'm not so sure about. I'm assuming he's from behind the third door, but we didn't run into anyone he was close with today. Maria is around here somewhere. She's the only one with a spreading door 3 other than white-haired girl and Jacopo, right? I don't think there was anyone else. Oh, I guess the maid, but that doesn't count. Like, door 2 had Hobby, but he hasn't shown up yet. He's gonna show up, right? When Morgana's telling of the events of the Harvest Festival, she only mentioned 5 people. Let's see, the Lord, the Swordsman, Mel, Nellie, and the Nun. There's one person unaccounted for. We just haven't run into them yet, that's all. If he's the main from the Third War, I can't imagine she won't be here, too. Who's losing their confidence now? In any event, tomorrow we talk to the Nun. I only hope it goes as well as it did today. You've got me. You don't have anything to worry about. Or, all things considered, you might not even need me. No, I wouldn't say that. You handled Mel pretty amazingly, though. I mean, remember when I didn't take her advice and got killed? We need you, Giselle. I'm not gonna lie, my heart was pounding the whole time. I was afraid you were gonna slip up and say something boneheaded. But you managed to keep it together, and I didn't have to come to the rescue. I could make a book of quotes out of your performance today. Well, for the love of God, please don't. So I'm not concerned at all. Say whatever you think is the right thing to say. I'm more than happy to sit back and watch. The more you pile on the expectations, the more afraid it makes me that I'm not going to trip up. Besides, I don't think I could have done any of that without you. Why not? Well, my life was hardly as pride-worthy as Mel seemed to think, so I didn't really feel like I had a right to talk to him like that. But knowing you were there, urging me on, is what allowed me to act without hesitation. So, thank you. No thanks necessary. But if you say so, then you're more than welcome. I'm glad I could be of assistance, if just a little. That you were. Now let's keep this momentum up tomorrow. It's getting a bit late though, so you should probably go get some sleep. Huh? What is it? I kind of don't want to sleep. What? Why not? For somewhat childish reasons. You said you won't be able to hear my voice. Are you lonely, you poor, poor dear? I am. What? That's the last thing I expected you to admit to. Okay, well, you want to stay up and talk for a little longer then? Not too long, though. You need to rest up for tomorrow. And who knows, maybe I'll show up in your dreams if you wish hard enough. The fact that I'm even able to talk with Giselle right now is a miracle and a blessing. So is it avarice for me to yearn for more, knowing I've already been granted such a great bounty? I want to see her face as much as she wants to see mine. She's infinitely more expressive than me, and I want a good, long look at all those many expressions up close. I want more than her voice. I want her whole body. I want to feel her warmth. In this area, I have all 5 of my senses in full working order, as I did when I was alive. Giselle, though, she doesn't. She remains dead. As lively as she may be now, that's one thing she did not get back. I truly wish she could have been here too. She would have certainly found more joy in her renewed life than me. She certainly belongs under the sun far more than I do. But she, rather than me, is the one left behind in that realm of darkness. A fact that frustrates me immensely. In life, I would have considered her remark about seeing her in my dreams silly and... Is that saturating? But now, I very much hope it happens. 3 days until her death. Goes down to 2. Yep. You think it'll be like, we can fully convince Yukimasa this day, and the next day we fully convince Yakubo the next? Or maybe it won't be as clean cut as that. Anyway, this thing's going to be called The Blood of the Saint. We'll be there next time. Didn't expect this to take so long. I did end up talking for quite a bit though. Well, not too long, like 5 minutes maybe. Maybe 10 total. If that. That's a bit much though. Anyways, I'll be back next time, guys, with some more of the house in Fata Morgana. I'll see you guys then. Bye.